Randstad's first quarter profits came in below 40 million euros, just short of estimates of analysts we surveyed. To find out what it sees for the coming quarters, let's talk to Randstad CFO Robert van der Kraats. He joins us live on the phone from Amsterdam. Robert, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Robert, on a net income basis, you were just below estimates. Can you give us an explanation for that?
Well, we still think the first quarter was an excellent quarter, so I'm not sure how precise these estimates were, but it's the first quarter that we are comparing against growth in March again, because last year March was the first month that again showed growth. So the comparables are a bit more tough. And I have to say, through the first quarter of this year, we have seen growth continuing. We also see the clerical or administrative sector contributing in the U.S. and also across the globe. We do see increased contributions in the professional segment. So we are rather satisfied with this result.
I mean, you operate, Robert, in 44 countries. Which are the strongest performers right now?
It clearly is the countries with a focus on industry, and that means the U.S., which has started to grow already in at the end of 2009, and that continues nicely, as I said, also in the clerical segment, but also now in the professional segment. But it's clearly pushed by growth in the industrial segment, but also in Europe we see continued solid growth in France, but also in Germany. So it's very much the nations with an industrial focus, and that is contrary to, for example, the Netherlands and the UK, which is much more of a service-oriented economy.
And can you just elaborate further on the UK as the government, of course, implements austerity measures? What's the outlook for the staffing market here?
Well, we haven't seen the bottoming out of that impact yet. In our book, we have seen growth in the private sector of 28%. And decline in the public sector of the same percentage, so minus 28%. And in total, that comes out to a 4% organic revenue growth. And it's clear that the healthcare, educating sector are suffering from the austerity measures of the government. At the same time, we do see growth, for example, in the professional segment in engineering. So it also tells you where the growth is.
You said Europe was strong, Robert, particularly in industrial, mentioning countries like the Netherlands, Germany, should I say. What about Iberia? What about those periphery nations which are at the heart of this sovereign debt crisis? Are you seeing evidence that this crisis is affecting the employment situation?
Well, we're not always a macro play, but in France in Spain we have a rather large footprint, and there we do see like a hovering pattern. It doesn't really move anywhere. But if you look at our business in Portugal, where we are the market leader, although we have seen a country suffering, our business has continued to expand even through the crisis. And also today it's doing well. So, this is the picture we get at the micro level.
Robert, thank you for joining us today. Robert Jan van der Kraats, the CFO of Randstad.